What's up, guys? Op Soldier here. So today I wanted to do a little bit different of a video. It's mostly going to be just me kind of talking about the updates on this channel and kind of some of my opinions and some of my experiences in the social media platform of the FGC. So first things first, obviously I'm really liking Multiverses. I made a video about it. If the game is good, the game is good. I enjoy it. I do plan on eventually hosting some sort of tournament on my Discord for both TikTok followers and Discord, so definitely check that out. I'm gonna really dive more deep into the Multiverses game. I've been putting like 3 hours a day into this game. It's really fun, so definitely expect to see more Multiverses content alongside Mortal Kombat 11 and possibly, you know, King of Fighters or Street Fighter, but those have kind of taken a back seat for now just because of Evo. So I think I might even enter in Evo for Multiverses, but we'll see. So with that said, I have been having some experiences with people on Twitter with talking about like matchups and characters in MK11. I'm gonna be frank with you. If you send me any messages or if you're commenting on a comment in Twitter and I'm debating back and forth with you, I might just stop talking in the comment section, or maybe you message me. Don't take it offensively. It's just there's so many things that I want to say that I just don't have the energy to comment back. There's been a lot of situations where, you know, I'm like, well, you know, here's a counter to that, or I've labbed this, or I don't really feel like this is necessarily a bad matchup, or this character struggles with this. And I just don't have the energy or the time. I'm constantly working on TikToks, working on videos, doing my own contracting work outside of content creation. Content creation is part of what I do, but I also have another job that I do on the side. So with these two things, like, I just don't have time to comment and like respond to everything. Like, there's been times where like I want to make a video on what something someone said on Twitter, and I'm just like, dude, first of all, I don't feel like this person has a grasp on like how the competitive side of this character plays or whatever. So I'd have to make an entire like 10-15 minute video just explaining on how that's not necessarily how a character plays or how the matchup actually is, right? You know, because I don't like flexing this, but I do kind of have to sometimes. I do play some of the better players on PC, and I ask them questions constantly, so it's not like I'm just pulling shit out of my ass and labbing everything. Like, these are players that I've played with that they know what they're doing. Like, people will tell you, well, this character isn't as busted, you know, and then I'll play them and like, no, the character is busted. Like, it's just people don't play that particular character right. So with that said, like, I just don't have time to comment on everything. You know, I'm literally making this video to literally blanket respond to every single person I've either debated on Twitter or debated on Discord. I just don't have the energy, man. I don't have the time to put in the video. I'd rather make a more entertaining video for TikTokers or YouTubers, and I just don't have the time, man. I'm sorry. Don't take it offensively. I personally think that most of the time when I'm debating someone, they just simply have not looked at options in the lab. It really just does come down to that. Like, I want to say about 90% of the time, the person just hasn't labbed the problem and they don't know what they're talking about. Like, for example, Sub-Zero is like the perfect example of this. I hate bringing him up, but I have to keep bringing him up. Sub-Zero is a perfect example of this, being a character that is like has really busted neutral and really good 50-50s. Like, that's the reason the character is good. Like, when you go to lab him compared to Jackie, the difference is, yeah, Jackie can get in for free, but Jackie's not making you guess, you know, 20, 25, 28% off of 50-50, and then when you guess wrong the second time, you're taking 40. Like, Jackie's just not that type of character. So you know, when you lab Sub-Zero, there's not really much you can do. The only thing you can really do is try to beat his better neutral or mash, because mashing prevents him from automatically 50-50ing you. But a character like Jackie, there's several, you know, you could just block the mix-up. Yeah, she has a plus launcher. I'm not denying that, but what I am saying is that taking a throw is almost always better than having to guess 50-50, guessing wrong, and then getting put back in the same situation again. That is not fun, personally, when it comes to when I lab those two characters, right? It's no different with some of these other characters that are mentioned. I guess I could just go across the board really quick. Cetron, yes, you do want to challenge forward 2-3. It'd be insane to not challenge that. Most of the time, it's in your favor. I've seen Cetron players, I keep challenging it. Eventually, they're like, oh, fuck, maybe I should just do forward 2 into Whirlwind. Because the thing is, like, if you can touch... Rewind's talked about this before, like, if you can get damage, get damage. Like, if it's favorable for you to get damage, and maybe they get an extra turn because you're trying to get the damage, it's always favorable to you, because, like, you might not be able to touch that character again. Like, I don't know if it's just, like, people haven't played other players, or, like, they haven't played people who will call them out on things that they're doing. I don't know, but that's something I've debated with on Twitter, so I figured I would share that. The other one is a Frost, really quick. So Frost, someone told me Frost back 2 is useful in neutral. Not really. It's 19 frames. People can hold up on it. Back 1's good up close. Down 4 is the best option in neutral. Down 4 and Augur are the two best options. The reason why Frost players think Frost is ass is because they use back 2 all the time. Like, you should be using it sparingly, or if you even feel like it's going to hit, you should do back 2 Augur, because back 2 Augur gives you a combo just like back 2-2. The only difference is back 2-2 has a gap and back 2 Augur has no gap. So, like, when you do back 2 Augur, you're actually making yourself safe. Like, it makes no sense to why people don't do that. I don't understand why they don't. But if you want a move that is decently fast and gives you offense if it hits, down 4 is one of the better options. The tip won't give you offense because they could just kind of backdash, but Augur is another strong. The Augur is probably the best option in neutral. If you can hit someone with Augur, you get a guaranteed forward 2, and in some situations you get a guaranteed back 1. So Augur is the best option when it comes to that. So just kind of, that was another debate that I had. I'm just kind of going down the debates really quick because this is way faster. The other one is Jade. I've heard a lot of arguments that Jade is not good. She does little to no damage. What about all these top tier players playing Jade? Like, we've got Scar, we've got Sonic Fox, who else do we have? Well, those are the two big ones. So what about these players? Like, Scar is almost complete, like, he's close to solo maining Jade. Like, I think he occasionally plays Sonya for some bad matchups, and then occasionally plays Sindel. But for the most part, he's solo maining, well, not solo maining, I probably shouldn't say solo maining, but he's maining Jade. So I don't understand, like, I hate to be that guy. I guess I'm going to be that guy. But back in the day, if a character was ass, we just didn't see them in, like, competitive tournaments at all. So the fact that Jade sees an appearance as a competitive character in, like, the Coliseum, if we've seen Jade in We Play, I feel like that is a good enough, that's a good enough, not excuse, but that's a good enough reason to say that Jade is at least solid. Like, she's not, come on guys, like, she's not bottom 2. Like, she's not bottom. She's got plenty of options. Just because you have to spend offensive bar to be safe does not mean your character is bad. Noob Saibot is a perfect example of this. There's several situations where you need to spend offensive bar to make his mid safe, to make his high safe. The character is fine. Doesn't need buffs. She can jail her Delia. It's not like she's helpless. She has no options. Glow literally makes her beat some characters alone. Like, Glow allows her to beat both Melina and Katana. Just because she has Glow, she beats them. Same thing with Noob Saibot. Like, she beats Noob just because she has Glow. So all these kind of statements, man, I don't think they're valid. I didn't want to respond in Discord because, again, I feel like responding, because this was sent to me through a Discord message, I feel like responding through Discord and Twitter is just kind of a waste of time. I'm gonna kind of fight back and forth between you and me, and to be honest with you, I can show you like consistent results where a character is better than what you think. And those are just kind of like the three like things I wanted to touch on when it came to like my discourse on Twitter and Discord. Again, I'm not trying to attack anyone. I'm not trying to, I literally just want to start debates about characters. I think characters are stronger than what people think. I just don't have time to constantly message back and forth, tweet back and forth. I figure I would just do it in a video. It's much easier. Yeah, I don't know. Like, to be honest with you, like, I'm just not convinced with a lot of the statements that have been made. Not in a negative way. I don't think you're a worse player or anything. I do think that players need to lab more in this game. I don't think they lab hard enough. I don't think that they play matchups long enough. I think it's very easy. I think we're in the generation of fighting games where like people just want everything patched and they don't want to lab matchups and they don't want to figure out what they can do against certain matchups. Now again, I want to stress this. The reason why I complain about characters like Sub-Zero is because there's nothing to lab. It's a 50, it's literally MKX, right? There's not much to lab. So that's why I complain about that character. But almost every other character, I don't really have much beef with, because lab always proves to me that there's some sort of option I can do. So I just wanted to stress that. But yeah, you will see more MK11 gameplay, and you'll also see what do you call it, multiverse gameplay. I'm really enjoying this, so definitely check out some more of that coverage. Most of that will be on TikTok, but you'll see some on YouTube. So that's all I wanted to really talk about today. Again, like, I'm busy, guys. Like, I'm busy working on videos for TikTok and stuff. I just don't have time to debate all these things, and most of the time it really is just people haven't figured out an option, and I would just be sorry for this, but I would just be wasting my time trying to debate when there's just simply labbed things that haven't been done, you know. So I highly recommend. I want to say, like, that's the most important thing that MK11 probably will teach you guys, is that you need to lab more. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Have fun playing MK11 and fighting games.